Being in the hospitality house has definitely made it easier for us to be able to visit my mom. We live in Claremore, which is about 30 to 45 minutes away. July 5th is when she had a stroke. The left side of her body quit moving. She's very hardworking and determined. She's getting to the point where she can start moving her fingers.
Hospitality House provides lodging, meals, prayer support, and so much more for families of hospitalized patients that have to travel into Tulsa. And it really was through God's work and His provision that the doors opened for us to begin by forming our nonprofit in November of 2004. So since then, we have stayed full every night and maintained a waiting list, unfortunately, of about 13 families every day that still need our services.
Griffin was born 7 weeks early. I was an emergency C-section. Got here at 1 o'clock on the June 23rd. And then within 4 hours, we had a baby. But of course, after a C-section, you can't drive. So we would only get to see him for 2 hours in the evening after my husband got off work. And for me, that just wasn't enough. Kind of pulled on my heartstrings a little bit, cried every time I left the hospital. The nurse that was on duty actually told me about the hospitality house. So then we got to come here on that following Wednesday. And from then on, I've been able to spend from 8 o'clock till their quiet time with my sweet little boy, making sure he's getting healthy, growing big, eating his bottles.
I was diagnosed with preeclampsia during my pregnancy. And
in her third trimester, she started having blood pressure issues. So they kept her in labor delivery for 2 days and decided we're going to watch him. We don't want to deliver right now at 33 weeks if we don't have to. But when she was those 2 days in labor delivery was when I got the text message that said, ask about the hospitality house. And so I called, and that's when we got a room here. So I started staying here then. And then they came in that night and they said, medicines aren't working anymore and the baby's not doing good. We're gonna have to take him. And then he was born the next day.
My husband, John Failer, had cornea transplant, and we needed a place to stay that had recliners because the hospital will not keep him overnight. When they called me, I saw the phone, I had their number in there, and I said, praise the Lord, before I even answered it, and it exceeded my expectations. Clean, neat, everything organized.
If this wasn't here, we wouldn't have a place that's close to shower and eat, and just the drive back and forth would not be possible.
it's so much better knowing I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars just to be close to him.
She's got to spend almost all her time with the baby, and that bonding was so important.
Here I felt comfortable, I felt peace, I knew I could go to sleep and everything would be all right.
We've received a few cards from the volunteers or staff here just saying, hey, we're praying for your baby. I feel like prayer has actually helped him heal quite a bit.
The Bible verses that they would pray, that they would write in the card, is exactly what we needed at that time.
Even though they don't know me, they don't know my son, but knowing that they're praying and knowing that they're keeping me in their prayers and keeping him in their prayers, it's uplifting, really. And without this place, we would have been hotels or motels somewhere, and knowing that you can come over here and rest and decompress and really, it's priceless, yes.
So we're so thankful for this place, so thankful.
From Romans 12:13, it says, share with God's people in need, practice hospitality. We need the hands and feet of our community coming alongside the staff and serving. And so if you are in a position where you can volunteer or your church can volunteer and support, we desperately need that at this time.
It's been a great experience being able to stay here and being surrounded by caring and loving people.
And I appreciate these people. They're great people. They may have 20 other rooms here, but they care about each individual.
We are super grateful for the time that we've been here at the Hospitality House.
If you have it and you can give to them and help this organization because they deserve it. And I thank them for letting me stay here.
So we are looking ahead to our future, to finally figure out how we can solve Tulsa's medical lodging problem and serve more families. I really just want you to stop and think, if this was my family, what would be the most helpful to us at this time? And give from that depth. And I appreciate your considering helping us in that way.